What's up YouTube, this is Yobi1 checking in, and it's time for another True Japan story. So I'm just on my way right now to the convenience store, so I thought I'd chat with you guys about a specific topic. And today's True Japan stories are going to be based on why you should always say yes instead of saying no. Even when you're hesitant to try something new or do something new, or explore or do something interesting in Japan. A lot of the times, people are going to maybe invite you to do something or try something, and you're going to say no because it's either something you A, haven't done before, or B, kind of scary, or C, maybe it's something that you know you don't like. But, you know, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. Sometimes when I ended up saying yes to something instead of saying no, even though I knew it was something I didn't like, I ended up still having one of the best times ever. So, first story is going to be, it was summer. It was the first summer that I was here, and I just remember I was kind of down. I was like, I didn't really want to leave my room. I was just watching a lot of anime and stuff. Probably maybe a little homesick. I don't remember exactly, but I just remember my friends invited me. They're like, hey, we're going to go to this festival that's happening at the Nagoya Castle. And I just remembered I had I had a bunch of reasons to not go. But then, I was... There's somebody that how should I say it? Okay, so there's many reasons to not go, but I ended up thinking I only need one reason to go, and that's to try and see what it's like. So I ended up going, and it ended up being, I made a YouTube video about it, the Sumo Day in Japan, and if I had said no to that, I would have missed out on that really crazy experience to go watch amateur sumo wrestling and to experience that. So, ending up saying yes to that ended up being like a really cool experience. And we had the Sumo Day. We got to watch all the amateur sumo wrestling. My roommate actually got into the sumo costume and tried it, which was really cool. But yeah, that's one of the stories that ended up being really cool, even though I originally wanted to say no. Another one was, sometimes you're going to be invited to hang out with people that maybe, they're not typically who you're friends with. Maybe you're typically not friends with people that like anime, or you're typically not friends with people that like sports or something like that. But, there's a lot of people that you're going to meet, and maybe they're not the typical friend that you're used to having, but really, you should say yeah anyway. Couple stories, maybe. One of the things, I had a friend, her name is Tiffany, and she had like a student that she was tutoring, which is like some old business guy. And so he ended up coming and visiting at school one day, and he invited us to dinner with them. And I was like, I don't really know this guy. I don't really hang out with business people that are like in their 40s or 50s and stuff like that. So I wanted to say no, but then I decided, okay, I'll just say yeah, and we ended up going to dinner, and it was really crazy because we had like this crazy hot pot that in Japan that I've never had before, which was amazing, and he ended up being a really amazing, interesting, nice person, and he's somebody that I would never have met if I didn't say yes. So that's one of the reasons I was just kind of more open to saying yes now to people that maybe I typically wouldn't hang out with, or maybe at first I'm a little shy or something like that. So always try to say yes more than you say no. There's a lot of times where something good might happen. So if somebody's reaching out to you and trying to show you something and teach you something about Japan, even if it's food that you don't like, give it a shot, because, you might end up loving it a lot. So those are just a couple stories. Maybe I'll share some more with you guys down the road, but for today's True Japan story, done it.